Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks, and welcome back today to me and my WZ-111 5A. One of two Chinese tier 10 heavy tanks and one of my favourite tanks in the game. Although if you were to come by and watch one of my streams recently, you would definitely not say that. But yeah, so I'm playing the WZ-111 5A on the Mountain Pass map. It's an exclusively tier 10 game, and there's no artillery because I believe... I can't remember when I played this game, but I think it was during the... or is, because it's still going on at the moment I've recorded this. I'm not sure when I'll put the video out. During the Winter Challenge, so the tier 10 matchmaking is massively, massively messed up. Anyway, Mountain Pass. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heavy tanks. No, not 9. I can't even count. 8 heavy tanks on each team. I bloody can't even count 9. Oh, things going good. On each team. And I've decided to rush into quite a nice position quite early on in the game. Thought I'd get here early, make sure that we're in a good position. Because what I was saying before about me, I absolutely love the 5A. The 5A is possibly one of the best all-round tanks in the game, and this shows in the amount that it is used for Clan Wars. It has a 130mm gun, that is very, very nice. Does 490 average damage. Aim time and accuracy, not massively great, but the DPM is really quite good, a lot better than the IS-7. The armor isn't amazing, but isn't too bad. Like, the upper plate at the front is alright, especially if you're using your gun depression, which is 7 degrees. Again, a lot better than the IS-7, which is very nice, and one of the, I believe, the main selling points of this tank for me. It also has 340mm of penetration on the heat rounds, which is what I'm using here. Yes, I know. Hashtag Gold Noob Max. And even then, I'm trying to aim for stupid points on tanks that I'm not going to go through in a hurry. And I do carry quite a lot of heat rounds in this tank. And that's just because, especially during this event at the minute, I actually carry even more. And that's just because games like this, where you've got so many tier 10s and stuff, this tank's got, is 250? 250mm of penetration on the standard rounds. You can see there the armor working a tiny bit. Yeah, 250mm of penetration, which is on the low side of penetration, which means that in games like this, when you're against Type 5, 705As, Super Kong, not Super Kong, sorry, because you can go through the lower plates of those quite easily. Oh, nice shot there into the side of the upper plate of the 260. But tanks like the IS-7, stuff like that, when you've got 250mm of penetration and you're stuck in these like alley corridor fights, usually, if you're not firing heat, you may as well go home, because you're just not going to do damage. And people always say, oh, well, hashtag Gold Noob, you're just wasting so many credits. But heat rounds cost, what, 4 times as much as standard rounds? If I bounce 4 standard rounds off a Type 5, then I may as well just have fired 1 heat round, and I'll actually get more out of it because I've done damage. Nice shot there inside of the IS-7 turret. And you see here, I am firing all of my heat rounds at the start, which is kind of going to come back to bite me in the arse later on in the game. Especially shots like that lower plate of a Super Conqueror. I could have penned that with a tier 6 pretty much. It's no problem whatsoever. But yeah, anyway, 5A, one of my favourite tanks in the game. Wasting shots like that is never a good thing. And yeah, at the minute I've been playing it like absolute trash, but I believe some of that is down to oh, nice shot there. You see how weak the Super Conqueror's lower plate is, the angle I penned that at. Yes, I've got 340 pen, but that was like a 60-70 degree, 60-65 degree angle on that. Yeah, I'm just having such a hard time in the 5A at the minute. I know World of Tanks isn't all about stats. It's more about having fun, and I do know that, surprisingly. But at the minute, my average damage in the 5A has gone down from 3.5 or 3.6. I think it was hovering between the two during this event, down to 3.2. And I just can't seem to do damage. This game was a massive exception, obviously. So far, I've done 5.6k, and we're not doing too badly. You can see now I'm down to AP rounds, and I needed a heat round to finish off that Type 5. So I've done 5.6k, and I've run out of heat rounds. And this is, like I say, I need those heat rounds now. I should have really done it the other way around. Because in all honesty, the first shot I fired against the Kranvong, the only real heat rounds that I would have said that I needed there for all of those shots were potentially, well, the one against the mid plate at the Type 5, definitely. Potentially the shot of the lower plate on the Conqueror that was ridiculously angled. I don't know if AP would have quite managed to go through that. And the side shot of the upper plate at the 260, I think that would have been a definite bounce for that heat. And oh god, who put that rock there? Now, we've won that side of the map. 5.6k damage is definitely a good game in the 5.8, which is not too shabby. And now I've decided to come across and help out with the bridge, because I felt like they were going to push across the bridge, and I felt like if I come to the bridge, I can shoot down at, what's this, Jaeger and a Type 5 if needed to as well. So I thought, you know what, I may as well. STB1 still not been spotted this game. I'm kind of thinking, I think he's probably going to be AFK, and as it turns out at the end of the game, he is AFK, so I don't actually need to worry about him. But at this point in the game, I wasn't worrying about him anyway. The grill running away. I don't know if the grill thought that I was going to chase him or not. I'm still slightly concerned about this 4005, because when you're on the bridge where that 4005 is, he can definitely put some rounds into you. But Jaegeru, I'm using this 7 degrees gun depression. Remember, I've still got AP, so I'm taking advantage of any flanking shots I can get on tanks. One into him. Come on. I go for the tracks, but no, I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to do the damage. Put a second one into him. And, nah, he's turning. By the time I've loaded and aimed, I'm not going to be able to shoot him, I doubt. But anyway, up to 7,500 damage. That is not too bad at all. Now, the STB's obviously spotted, and I see the IS-7 coming. I've decided I'm definitely not gonna try and take this fight. I'm assuming the IS-7 is gonna shoot the STB, which he does, but I kind of knew that he would come around the corner. I don't think he knew where the 4005 was, and there we go. That's why I was being careful of the 4005, but he still manages to slam a Hesh round into me for 728. Now, 4 on 4, although 4 on 3 because the STB is AFK. I am still kind of thinking, well, I will just keep an eye out for the STB, because I don't really want him to just come out of nowhere. 4005 kills the 4005, and then I changed my mind. I kind of thought about going back to base there. I kind of thought, you know what, if I go back to base, if the Type 5's coming that way, I can do something about it. But now I'm thinking, I can get back, because as you've seen with the 5.8, it is quite a fast tank. It will comfortably go 40 most places. On flat ground, on hard terrain, I think you can get it up to 45, maybe even 50. I'm not 100% sure what the top speed is. Unfortunately for me, the Type 5 is nowhere near the cap anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, I need to move quick, because that Type 5 and IS-7 in the positions they're in are probably going to be able to deal with the 60 TP and the grill. And the 60 TP takes a big hit there. Not sure whether that's from the Type 5 or not. IS-7 takes a hit from the grill, but hits one back in return and finishes off the grill. Obviously, first things first, I need to deal with the IS-7. And I don't really know why this grill's pinging me. I was moving as quick as I could there. But hey ho, whatever. And this is where I wish I had those heat rounds. All of those heat rounds that I used and didn't need to, or fired into turrets that I shouldn't have been. It's ridiculous. And I just decide here, am I spotted? I try and bait him into firing. Go for the cupola. Nice shot into the cupola. That's about the only place on the front of a Type 5 that I can actually pen. And he fires. And this is where I'm like, right, go hard or go home. I'm on 8,600 damage. I can see that 10k. I fire one at his tracks, hoping to track him. He still has a repair kit. The STB1 is AFK, and in this moment, no point finding the AFK tank. Give him the good old-fashioned Russian/Chinese side hug. He tries to reverse his way back up a hill, but fortunately for me, my engine power is just enough that I can stay below him. Again, moving forwards, moving backwards, 60 TP comes, puts a nice big old round into the Type 5. Type 5, for some reason, decides that he's going to go for the 60 TP. I think because he's taller. And I could not be happier right now. I'm on 9,800 damage, just about to reload. Shot into the STB, AFK STB, and takes us up to 10,300. And I did say to that 4,005, I put in chat in just a second, 10k damage. And that 4,005, after the game, said if I'd have said it earlier, he'd have let me have the remaining damage on the STB. I was like, no, that could have been my highest ever damage game if he'd have done that, but that wouldn't have felt legit. I mean, as it was, 10k damage on an AFK tank. But I'd done 9.8k. I think I kind of deserved it for what I did to that Type 5. I absolutely humiliated him. And, yeah, that's actually quite a nice screenshot. Look at that with the cable car in the background. Whee! But yeah, there we go, the WZ-111 5A. And I knew this tank always had the potential for me to do 10,000 damage, but I just didn't expect it to come at a time where I'm averaging so low in this tank and playing it so poorly. But I keep saying to myself, I keep surprising myself, because I went away from World of Tanks for what, 6 months, and then I can't come back and I can still pull games out like this. Very happy, still make moves on the things like the Type 5, and I do feel like I'm getting better despite what sometimes on stream I may be doing. But yeah, that is all she wrote, guys. We're going to take a look at the post-game stats in just a second. Just before we do that, I just wanted to say a big thank you for watching the stream. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you've enjoyed, please consider giving a like. And make sure you come over and check out my live stream as well. I will be live streaming quite a lot over the next couple of months because I'm not working so much because it's winter and nobody wants to do water sports. So my live stream is over on Twitch. Link will be down in the video description. Other than that, let's go take a very quick look at the post-game stats. So there we go, guys. Unsurprisingly, that was an ace tanker. Very, very nice. We also got a high caliber medal as well. And that was it on the medals, which is kind of frustrating. I needed one more kill. If I'd have got the kill on the STB1, it would have been a Top Gun. We managed to get 32 bonds, which is very, very nice. 10,340 damage, 5 kills, and got 1,614 base XP at tier 10. That's not too shabby at all. I mean, yeah, I can definitely live with that. Big shout out to the other two people who survived that game with me. This 60 TP did 4,000 damage, and the FV 4005 did over 5,000 damage, which bastards, if they wouldn't have done that, I could have maybe even done more damage. But then, in saying that, if they wouldn't have done that, maybe we would have lost the game. Who knows? We fired 23 shots, hit 23, and 23? Come on, Max. Get your titties in the game. 28 shots, hit all 28, and penned 23. We did 10,340 damage, like I said. We blocked 1,300 with our armor. Not an insignificant amount there. And did 2,552 spotting as well. So marks of excellence game-wise. That was a very, 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 very nice game. All of that in about 10.5 minutes. We still made profit on credits because, well, we hit so many rounds, did so much damage. There was also a little mission going on as well, but even if you take that away, we still would have made profit, even though we fired all of that ammunition, which is quite ridiculous. And I was running a personal reserve, or that might have been a double of the day, something like that. But we got 5,205 XP as well, which is very nice for crew training. Especially as it's a Clan Wars tank, it's always nice getting crew training. And yeah, that is all she wrote, guys. So thank you so much for watching this video, like I said before. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you have enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, turn notifications on, all of that crap. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.